The future of Dragon Ball just got announced at Genki Damatsuri, a big Dragon Ball event in Japan that revealed a remake of the Battle of the Gods anime, the continuation of Dragon Ball Super into the Moro arc, and on the video game side of things, they announced a new Dragon Ball game that we'll learn more about in April. For now, it just has a project name of H1000 and it features a new original character. But today we're talking about Dragon Ball Sparking Zero because they announced that this next season of DLC, they're going to focus on more than just characters. They're actually going to give us more single player content and some of it is going to be free. In fact, the first update just dropped and it's a mode returning from Tenkaichi 3 Mission 100 and I had to check it out for myself. For now, only 20 missions are available. The rest are going to be locked. I imagine more will unlock as time goes, and the game will also get a survival mode later this year. But personally, the thing I'm more excited to see is some of the returning stages because it seems like there's a lot, including the Kamehas. Like, come on, how does this game not have that yet? But full disclosure, these are game modes that don't really interest me too much. They never did, even back on Tenkaichi 3, because it's simple battles against the CPU. And as far as I can tell, the only unique reward is a title with the mission name. So if there's a mission with a name that you like, you should clear that, I guess. But I still think this is a very good update. This is an incredible update because it shows that they're listening to what fans want and they're giving us some of that content for free. Fans have been asking for more content. The first week of Sparking Zero, this was the best Dragon Ball game of all time. And then people finished the story mode, they didn't vibe with custom battles, and they found out they were bad at the video game when playing online. All right, that was a joke. Don't be offended. But if you are, maybe that says something about you. Either that or players just didn't vibe with the systems, because in my opinion, you could make a 1-to-1 replica of Tenkaichi 3 and people are still gonna hate it. The reason is simple. They're not playing their friends on the couch anymore. They're getting destroyed by folks with way more time on their hands. What I'm trying to say here is that Tenkaichi 3 would probably not survive the online era, but maybe that's a topic for a different day. Fans wanted their stuff from Tenkaichi 3 back and they are giving it to them. One piece at a time. For now, here's 100 missions of CPU battles. Now, in their defense, if you try to recreate these battles in versus mode, you don't get the exact same thing. So this mode is a little bit more than just versus battles. Let's take mission 20 here. It's a very simple one, the Saiyan without a past. I tried recreating this fight in versus mode and it felt very different. First of all, you can't set the difficulty in mission 100. It's predetermined. Secondly, the Charlatan mission mode has way more health and has a few permanent buffs during the mission. In versus battles, you could maybe set that up with capsules, but I've also noticed that sometimes these buffs happen during specific actions in missions, like taking down an enemy can give me a bunch of buffs. So this is less like a versus battle that you've customized and more like a bunch of custom battles where you remove the storytelling part of it. Now, you could still recreate all of these in custom battles if you wanted to. It would be a lot of work, but the only thing missing would be those title rewards and a rank at the end of the mission based on how long it took you to beat it. Z ranks are super easy, by the way. I still haven't seen a different letter, so I don't know how valuable that is. And so, since this is something we could have always done in the game, that the developers actually gave us the tools to create in the game, it's hard for me to be super excited about this game mode. And this is not, by any means, diminishing the devs' work or willingness to listen to feedback, because this, again, is free, and it doesn't hurt the game in any way. If anything, I think it's weird that fans demanded this game mode for so long. Just because it wasn't Tenkaichi 3 doesn't mean that it was a good game mode, even back when Tenkaichi 3 came out. At the same time, when they first launched the game, I thought custom battles had a lot of potential, and that the devs would be leading the charge on developing that potential by giving us either a playlist or regular official missions to clear, and we as a community would gather every week or so to try and clear whatever the devs were throwing at us. That didn't really happen, but in a way, Mission 100 is exactly that. And I don't want to build all of these missions myself in custom battles, so I do appreciate their work. Especially because as I started playing this game mode, I found myself doing exactly the same thing that I did almost 20 years ago with Tenkaichi 3. I looked at who I was fighting against, and I picked the characters that I thought were good fits. Mission 1, Kraden Turtle style. We're going back to original Dragon Ball in the World Tournament Arena. I had to pick OG Goku and Jackie Chun. For Mount Paozu Gate, I decided to throw a little training with the other side of the family, getting Trunks and Vegeta involved. For Wolf's natural enemy, it's actually a shame that Yamcha is a part of the enemy team. I wanted to play him, but instead, I picked some of the new wolves available in Sparking Zero. Those who took on Vegeta, you know I had to pick Vegeta for this one. And before I knew it, I was 4 missions in and kind of enjoying myself. Every single mission here lets you pick whoever you want to play as. So you can just pick your favorite characters if you want, or the most overpowered team you can. You don't have to do this matching thing that I do. That's a me thing. And apparently it's been a me thing for a very long time. Some missions do limit the number of characters you can pick. Others have a DP limit, but you can always choose who you want to play as. I also noticed a lot of these missions are exact replicas of Tenkaichi 3's Mission 100 mode. For instance, if we go back up to number 1, Crane and Turtle style, This was a mission during Tenkaichi 3 where you had to battle against these exact same characters. Mount Paozu Gate, exactly the same. Wolf's natural enemy, exactly the same. Those who took on Vegeta, I think the mission name is different, but you do fight against these same characters. I think it was something like Battle Against Vegeta. But then it also has some brand new missions. For instance, Demon Realm Adventurers. It throws the Daima characters in there since they're available to Sparking Zero. Warriors of Love, getting the Universe 2 characters involved. And obviously the Shallot mission. We've talked about that one. I think this wouldn't be a proper showcase of this game mode if we didn't do at least one mission. What is a fun one to go for? Namekian Warriors. Do we have a team of another alien race we could pitch against them? Oh, I guess the Saiyans. That's boring. Valiant Youth. Tien is a full-grown ass man. What do you mean Valiant Youth? Bardock's bloodline. We could put it up against Vegeta's bloodline in a way. That would be just Vegeta and King Vegeta since we're not going into Goku's son. Muscle tag team. We could go for a speed or another muscle team. Triple Nappa. Gotta love it. Majin siblings. Oh, let's do this one. Let's throw them up against another Majin team. Oh, it's only one character? Well, it gives me an excuse to play Kid Buu. And coming back to sparking against the CPU just is a good reminder of how much they put into this game to really make it the modern version of Tenkaichi 3. All of these intros, all of these details, I've been playing it with a bunch of different characters. These two don't have a unique intro, but so many characters do. And I feel like that's what Tenkaichi is all about, and that's what sparking is all about. It's that fan service, that attention to detail, and that accuracy to just try to make you feel like you're in an actual Dragon Ball battle, regardless of how broken the game actually is. And that's why I don't think it actually works online at all. That's part of the reason why I don't like the systems online. I mean, it starts with you have a free combo break, right? You can just get out of anything if you have the right timing. I think that's a lame mechanic, but without it, it wouldn't be Tenkaichi. So they have to do it. They had to. Ba-da-da. It's part of the reason why I don't think Tenkaichi 3 would also survive an online era. Not the only reason, obviously, but I think Tenkaichi 3 had more cheese than people remember or know about. Alright, Ku. I think it's about time we call it a day. I forgot how to play Kid Buu. Damn. I'm out of practice. Some flying kicks to finish it off. We're good. Can I sleep? Thank you, dude. Oh! Let's get a super off. Oh, man. Good vanishes there. No matter how much I screw up or mess around, I feel like I'm still getting Z ranks. No matter what. I don't think I'm playing perfect by any means. I'm having fun. And to me, that's enough, right? It's an offline mode. I don't have to try hard. So I just pick whatever character fits the theme instead of trying to pick the most powerful characters or whatever. Nice. Oh. Okay. Wait, what a setup. Oh, he didn't take advantage of it at all. That was a cool setup. But bro did not do anything. Oh, well, something that I don't like, and I hope the new stages are actually not bad. I think stages in general kind of suck in Sparking Zero. They're like way worse. Mystic? Yes, sir. Get in his back. Finish it by stomping that foot through the ground. How does it travel? No one knows. No one knows. But yeah, it's basically a CPU battle. I didn't even notice the buffs this time, if there was something going on there. And you gotta ask yourself, is this something you want to do 100 times? Actually, you know what? You don't gotta ask yourself. If this feels like fun, you can just boot up Sparking Zero and the game mode is right there. It's free. You don't have to think about whether you want it or not. You can just try it. And yes, I did get a Z rank again. It's so easy. If you can't find the game mode, it's under episode battle, the story mode. It now has an item called Ultimate Battle. If you go there, there's custom battle and mission 100. They did this change a while back to introduce the new bosses. And the bosses are seasonal. That's why we don't have a boss on right now. But this does feel like a new start, a new beginning for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And I do like the fact that they're focusing a lot more on single player content because personally online is not for me. But I would love to spend more time with this game because I think it is such a good representation of Dragon Ball the show in a very fan servicey way. And if they're able to bring me back with a few of these game modes, then hell yeah, that sounds like a fun time. And honestly, maybe a good excuse to spend some money on extra characters, you know, justify those purchases. Because Season 1 really felt like, yeah, you buy the characters to play them online. But if that's not your thing, then why are you spending the money? Anyway, that's the new game mode for Sparking Zero. That's the announcement for Season 2. I'll be back to check out the other game modes and content once they get updated, so subscribe if you don't want to miss any of that. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you next time. Bye!